Hi, welcome to Above Deck, a below deck breakdown podcast. I'm Sarah Goldman, a photographer living in Charleston, South Carolina, and joining me is my college roommate and co-host, Kelly.
I'm Kelly Busby, former radio host and current volleyball mom, coming to you from my home studio in Columbus, Ohio. Together, Sarah and I hosted the Socks with Sandals radio show on WFAL in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we are back again this week to discuss Below Deck and our love of all things Bravo.
Today we'll be discussing Below Deck Med Season 9, Episode 15, Fourth Stew's a Charm.
Here's your recap. Aisha enjoys having a full interior team, and Bree implements her color system. Gael and Joe talk out their issues, and Nathan feels awkward. The guests enjoy a birthday dinner and a silent disco. Sarah, how many shackles for this week?
I give this episode a solid 8.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. And you can feel us winding down, you know?
I know.
So,
it's the postseason episode talk and
15, so we think there's usually 17 episodes, so there should be 2 more. I wonder if there'll be like a Captain Sandy and Leah wedding special episode.
Aww.
You know,
I can see that happening. Candy Burris and her wedding. That would be neat.
So I wonder if that's coming at the end. I mean, we know they filmed it, so.
It's true.
Okay, so when the episode begins, we see Aisha finally sitting down to eat. Yes. And Carrie has been a great addition to the team. It's really helped the interior team out.
You can just kind of see Aisha almost breathing normal now. But I like Carrie. And I know it's been about, a whole 4 minutes since she's joined the boat, but she has her head on straight and she's not into the drama yet.
Yeah, not yet. So Joe finds Gael out on the floating dock and he wants to talk. He can feel the tension when they're working. And she tells him, sometimes he's a prick and he's always checking behind her, checking on her work, making sure she's working. And the thing that really got under her skin is when he called her a princess. And she is like, hey, let's have an honest conversation here. Like, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he really is super honest, but I mean, is it possible that he's not aware that he's micromanaging her and treating her differently? Is this possible?
I mean, it could be, but he'd have to be like a complete dope to just like not realize what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you don't have any siblings, but it's like when your little brother's sitting next to you and he comes up and he's like, I'm not touching you, but he's like right there. Like that's kind of what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, he pulls the old, I'm sorry if I made you feel a certain way. And he says something like, there's only 2 charters left, so let's just like keep the peace. So he just kind of moves it along, but I don't think he really understood or got to the root of the issue.
No, and he's trying to be friends and a manager at the same time because he's the lead deckhand. He keeps reminding us. And it's a really hard thing to do, especially in this kind of scenario. So Gael brought up to him that she thinks that he thinks she's not working hard.
Yeah.
Or working at all. Because he'll just call her over the radio to see where she is. And I mean, she's not wrong. She is busting her hump out of that group. She's doing really well. And she's never played the, but I'm a girl card. It's like Laura earlier this year. She was amazing. And she just, so she did say something that I thought was pretty interesting. And it made a lot of sense to me that words don't trigger me, intentions do. And I thought that was the nail on the head.
Yeah, that was very insightful, actually. Yeah. So it's dinner time. It's Mike's birthday party dinner. And that first course looked so lovely. It was a tomato stuffed with seasoned rice with a whipped feta. And it looked so festive, like a wreath on the plate.
He did step it up. It was really nice. And I love how Aisha said feta. She said feta.
A whipped feta. Mike is given this erotic calendar as a birthday gift. And Aisha thinks that there's some kinky stuff going down in Ohio. We do have long winters.
Girl, you are not kidding. And it gets dark very early and stays dark forever. So just saying.
So after dinner is the silent disco party.
Right.
Silent discos are always awkward when there's no music added by production and they're just like dancing around and singing.
Love it. I think it's a good way to get around the copyright laws for the production team. Silent discos for everyone.
Did you see how Carrie put that starfish stuffed animal on her face when she was ready to go to sleep? I was thinking, get that girl an eye mask.
How can she breathe?
I don't know.
So everyone's getting ready for bed. And did you catch Joe and Nathan talking while Nathan was in bed? And so Joe was like, I talked to your girlfriend. And Nathan said, she's not my girlfriend. I'm not sure what's going on. Wait, what? Does Gail know this? Because the rest of us all think that y'all are a couple.
Yeah, totally. But I don't know. These young kids are so weird about like in a relationship versus dating versus seeing each other versus.
Is there really that much of a difference? Is this something new that, you know, you and I have been out of the dating game for a minute?
Right.
Is this new?
I don't know. They're so weird about it.
Out? Are they designated flirt partners? Like what?
What is it that we said when we were kids? Didn't we say you were going with somebody?
I was going out. Oh, I'm going out with them.
I'm going with so-and-so. I'm going. Yeah. Because I remember my mom being like, well, where are you going? Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going with them.
we had nowhere to go. We went to the park. Like, that was it.
Yeah, wherever I could walk to, like the Kroger's by my house. Okay, the next day. Today is the relay race, the crew versus the guests, and the guests won.
Very smart. So let them win. And it looked like so much fun. I also enjoyed how beautiful the water was. It's like this beautiful sapphire blue, just so pretty. I mean, there's things in there too, but it was fun to watch.
Not pretty enough to get in, just pretty enough to look at.
Yep.
Got it.
Ride around on.
So Bree has implemented her color-coded laundry system now that she has her little clip-on beads, and she seems very happy, and so far so good.
Yay. Please work for her. Please work for her.
So they end up going back to the dock that night because the wind is picking up, and the guests are enjoying dinner, and Gail is cuddling with Nathan, and Nathan is feeling awkward because his friend isn't getting along with the girl that he's dating.
Going out with. On the boat.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you know, Nathan could always talk to Joe. But I mean, what's the point now?
Yeah, at this point, what's the point? We have just a few more days together.
That's right.
The next day, the guests depart. These guests were so nice and normal.
Of course they coincidence.
Yeah. Ohio. Yes. Ellie and Carrie are cleaning a guest cabin, and Ellie shares that she and Bree had issues because of Joe.
So Ellie shared a lot this episode of her thought process in the green, mostly in the green screens. I'm glad she shared with Carrie like a little insight into Joe, but they needed to play the Taylor Swift song "Hi." It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me in the background.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the tip meeting. Sandy commends everyone on a job well done.
Yeah.
20K, everyone is happy, and we jump right into the next preference sheet meeting.
Here we go. Okay,
this is Charter 9. We have Stacy, Jennings, and his husband Brad. And they are repeat charter guests, and they showed a little clip of another season. This must be Down Under, I guess.
I think so.
And it's friends of Brandon McLaughlin, who I spied in the clip, who is friends of ours.
That was him. Now, Aisha knew them right away, right?
Yeah. She was like, oh, they're great. So hopefully that will be fun. What if Brandon is on again? He did not tell me that. Whoa. He's been on Down Under, OG, and then what if he's on a season of Med?
I mean, he's
popping up everywhere.
Yeah, nice.
We're going to talk about him when we get to Hot Tub Convo, so that's funny. So the one thing they want is a surprise that the crew plans for them, and Aisha suggests drag queens.
Love, 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 love. And I want to see a Greek drag queen.
Yeah, that definitely. In a toga.
Yes.
With like a fig leaf. Okay. Crew night out. Joe is liking Carrie more and more. And she's super funny. Like, who wouldn't like her?
You like her. She is super fun. I also think she could hold her own. Like, I hope we get to see her more in future seasons, but and she says her accent's really funky. I can understand her way better than Joe any day of the week.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love her accent. So Ian and Jono head back to the boat, but everybody else goes out after eating, and Joe is wearing this long sleeve shirt that he ends up buying a shirt off of a guy at a bar. This was kind of a weird scene. Is that what happened?
That's my understanding. But he was also wearing like a sweatshirt pullover in Greece when everybody else is wearing like napkins. Like,
right.
I didn't know if he thought they were going to like an ice bar or something.
But... I have no idea.
Yeah.
So remember Nathan put on that like turtleneck like the last week. So I don't know what they're doing. So he's dancing with Carrie, and Ellie can't understand why he would be into Carrie and not into her. And Bree tells Ellie, "You're too gorgeous to be worried about such a prawn." I just love that quote.
I love that. Bree has become wise beyond her years.
She really
recently. Ellie's green screen in this part, though, is no man in their right mind would turn down an incredible night with me. Insert eye roll here. I'm sorry. Like, it's just this whole episode is me, 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 me.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I mean, yes, you are gorgeous, but there's more to it than that.
Right.
Okay. So back to the boat. Joe books a flight to Ireland to go see Nathan, like drunkenly, like in the back of the van. And it sounds like maybe this trip is happening potentially when Gail and Nathan are planning their travel trip.
Yeah. What? So I get that Joe and Nathan are one, drunk. Mm-hmm. 2, excited to travel and see each other, but I feel like Joe jumped the gun on ordering his tickets. It just wasn't thinking, he was just excited. I mean, heck, for 16 pounds, I would buy that ticket too.
Yeah, so cheap.
I do feel like Nathan should have said something like, "Hey, wait, I'm already traveling." But look, I think Nathan does care for Gail. He just is still young and learning the ways of the women's. And also had to hold a calendar, apparently.
Yeah. So Aisha and Gail are chatting on the boat about these recent travel developments. And Gail is triggered because she just got out of a relationship where she wasn't prioritized at all by her ex. And she's worried that this is what Nathan is going to do to her as well. And all of a sudden she starts crying, and Aisha's holding her. And Gail says, she really hasn't had time to process this breakup, and then she's kind of gotten into this new relationship. It's just a lot of emotions.
Her heart is broken. I think my heart was broken. And all of this, while this is all happening, Nathan and Joe and Carrie are hanging from the top bunk upside down like monkeys. They just no clue what's going on. It did look like fun. So I was thinking, I don't know if any of the crew, well, just anyone, has dropped anchor on Mystique this season.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Like that we know of.
First. Yeah, that's true.
The other thing that hasn't happened, correct me if I'm wrong, but no one's been fired, right? We've had threats of firings, but we might end up ending the season with the same crew that we started with, which doesn't happen that often.
No, knock on wood.
So
previews for next week.
Yeah. But we also know that Sandy has feelers out with Norma for a chef still. So will they really bring somebody in for the last charter? It's kind of crazy.
Oh, brutal.
We'll find out. And we have a little preview for the next episode, and we know that Leah's going to arrive, and I think the proposal is going to happen. So that's exciting.
I'm so excited. Yay. It's time for Hot Tub Convo, where we discuss what's happening with our favorite Below Deck cast members.
So I had major FOMO this weekend because it was Barbie's 30th birthday party on a yacht
fun.
in South Florida. And as you know, we were invited, but we did not go.
Yeah.
As soon as I got the invite, I was like, I RSVP'd yes. I texted Alex P. Taylor, hey, we're coming. And then I texted you, I'm like, hey, we're coming, we're going, right? And you were like, yeah, I don't think I can swing that. And I was shopping for an outfit. I was messaging with Oriana, asking her what do you wear on a yacht party? And I was sending her outfits ideas, and she's giving me feedback. So I even ordered something, and then I thought, well, my mom is moving that week. I need to just stay put, be a good daughter, and help her out. So I changed my RSVP to no, but I really enjoyed watching everybody's stories on Instagram. So here's who was there. Brandon McLaughlin, who we just talked about, and then Alex P. Taylor. Those are the main people I was watching their stories of, and Barbie. And so Ellie was there, and Elizabeth Franchini from one of the very early seasons of Below Deck. Camille, our nemesis.
That person.
Maybe it was good I wasn't trapped on a yacht for 3 hours with her.
Really good call.
Katie Glazer. Barbie's mom was there, and this is an exciting one. Miss Jill Zarin was there with Gary, her boyfriend. So I'm sad that I missed out on it, but yeah, we're gonna be down in Fort Lauderdale soon enough, couple months. So hopefully we'll get to see a lot of those people. But it looked super, super fun.
We gotta get
happy birthday, Barbie.
Deckhand Harry was in Australia recently and hung out with Nate Post. And you may remember that Nate was the chef that took over for Chef Ryan during season 1 of Down Under. He was nice. I liked him.
Yeah, he was super nice. And he said the galley was really dirty. That's the main thing I remember. Yeah, I love seeing a little crossover. So that's fun.
Yeah, fun.
And Nate Post was also the one that was in a movie with, who was it?
It was George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Yes, that filmed in Australia or Hawaii or something. Yeah. He was sitting behind them on the plane or something. So
yeah, very cool.
Okay, so speaking of Chef Ryan, it appears he's opening a restaurant in Miami. It's called Pepe's Pizza. And that's all the details I have so far, but we'll report back when we have more information.
All right. And I Google searched this, and there's one in Philly too, which I think he's from Philly, right?
So, yeah. And actually his Instagram has the 2 locations. So yeah, maybe he's already opened the one in Philly.
Oh, cool. Well done.
So, yeah.
So Bravo Fan Fest is happening November 23rd in Miami. It's a, quote, intimate one-day celebration. There will be 2 days of Watch What Happens live tapings before it begins. VIP tickets are sold out, but there are still general admission tickets, and there will be 25 Bravo Lebs there, including Captain Sandy. That sounds like it'll be a very fun, busy, right before Thanksgiving party.
Yeah. I mean, you and I didn't even consider going to this because, one, we knew BravoCon wasn't happening, so we set our sights elsewhere for the Fort Lauderdale boat show. But it sounds like kind of just a mini BravoCon, right?
Yeah, it does. It does.
I think all the Miami housewives will be there.
Yeah.
What's that?
I just don't know why they. I'm still trying to figure out why they paused BravoCon, and they're doing these little
they're doing all these little events, and I'm sure they're just kind of reusing a lot of the BravoCon stuff, the photo ops and things.
Yeah.
But Captain Sandy was the only Below Deck person listed, so to me, I'm like, that wouldn't be worth it for us to go anyway for that. So
and that's okay.
But, it'll be cool for people that maybe couldn't get to New York or couldn't get to Las Vegas that are down in the Florida area. So
yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
I do look forward to seeing, the content that comes out of it. It's time for our segment, Join Me in the Wheelhouse, where we decide who needs to see Captain Sandy for a stern talking to. Kelly, who do you choose?
Ellie. I'm really getting bored of calling her, but this week it was just like the icing on the cake for her.
Yeah.
So, Ellie, come on up.
Yeah. That's it for this week's episode of Above Deck. Thank you to our team at Hurrdat Media, especially Grace. Please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to tell a friend about us, and please rate and review 5 stars only.
You can follow us on Instagram at Above Deck Pod and email us at abovedeckpod@gmail.com. And you can always watch our episodes on the Hurrdat Media YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Kelly Busby.
And I'm Sarah Goldman. We'll see you next week.